My best to the coven. Berlin, huh? You know, we should also check Duke University mean averaging studies on controlled psychokinesis.
Uphold it.
Perhaps you could help me. I'm looking for a love potion aerosol that I could spray on a certain penthouse pet.
Ray, let's close this place up so you can buy me a calzone.
Oh, I really can't do that right now, Pete. I'm working on something.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm John Tesh. Say you make a movie called Ghostbusters and it becomes the 5th biggest box office hit of all time, taking in $221 million. Who are you going to call? Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd to start production on Ghostbusters 2. What's your next call? How about Entertainment Tonight to follow the stars every step of the way for an epic series of exclusive behind-the-scenes reports on the making of a blockbuster from start to finish. It's a big-budget, big-effects film, so big that Aykroyd and others were persuaded to take little money up front in exchange for a percentage of the future profit.
Of course, I mean, it's a total gamble. I mean, what the film business is, you put on your visor every time you go to the table, you throw the dice, who knows? This is just a bigger risk than ever, because if it doesn't work out, you end up with nothing but a movie and no salary. You know, if it does work out, you end up with a movie and some money. I'm really not worried, because we have a quality movie here with a lot of laughs and a lot of slime in it. It's like kind of like a Bowery Boys picture, you know?
At its worst, it is the Bowery Boys. Well, when we have to do a scene where the four of us have to react, you know, it does look like, you know.
Unexpectedly, at the end of the first movie, instead of being heroes, it turns out that having destroyed a large apartment building in New York and almost destroyed the city, we got blamed for it.
We have the premise set. We have a great area to build on.
Keep going.
Hold the work.
Keep going.
Please.
So people are going to hate me if I don't ask this question. Can you give us any idea as to what the plot line is in this thing?
Basically, it's about all the energy that's generated in our big cities, all the negative energy. It has to go somewhere. It has to take some kind of a tangible form. So we find out in the movie that, in fact, it has taken a tangible form. It has become basically a river of slime under the city.
Yeah, they are a good match. Is he a role model for you, young fella?
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's good. That's excellent news.
Rumor has it, because no one will tell us, that you guys, you and Sigourney have, you get a little serious in this Ghostbusters 2, a little more serious than you were.
Well, it's the European version, John. It's some of the rough stuff that they're not going to see here in the States that we're really going for.
I mean, the last time I remember you with her, you had her like 4 feet up over the bed.
Well, I can do that to girls. I can get them out of bed real fast. We tried to put kind of a whole Ghostbusters thing this time.
A dynasty spin.
Yeah. Both of us wear a lot of cleavage in this film, and rhinestones across the chest.
The trailer opens, the narrator saying,
At the stroke of midnight, on New Year's Eve of the last decade of the 20th century,
America's largest city is finally going to pay for the nastiness of its inhabitants.
It's real, you know, it's corny, syrupy, just trashy stuff.
What do you guys talk about? Bill talks sports a lot. Dan talks vehicles and weapons. I talk psychology today.
Of course.
And Ivan talks about picture grosses and marketing.
There was always a chance to make a sequel, and, you know, people said, oh, you can make a lot of money and stuff, but that wasn't really the reason to do it. It was really because we have a lot of fun together, and that was really it. We could have made it, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
We knew it was going to be tough to top, so it took us a while to sit down and get to the table and say, hey, we want to try it again.
Is that something you'd like to do, is continue the sequel after this?
I would. I mean, you know, I would, but, you know, I'd be up for doing 3 or 4 or 5. I just don't think the other boys would be, though. You know, I'm probably the only one.
We learned a great process at Second City, which was never to say no. If someone has an idea, you force yourself to say yes and then add something or put a spin on their idea that makes it better.
And you gotta go to work, because you don't work for a living, you ain't going to get no lunch, nothing. You gotta get he's a lazy man.
Entertainment tonight. Entertainment tonight. Though you've had a very bad day, there's entertainment tonight.
you know, always a few writing ideas in the hopper. You know, I've got scripts up there on the shelf with a half-life of 95 years that I'm trying to get going, and so, you know, all kinds of things, really.
Great. Well, good.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
You bet.